Hi everybody, I'm Jeff. I'm a wizard. I wanted to talk really quickly about a dream I had. I don't remember my dreams well, or not really. It's like I remember the feeling, and in that feeling, I kind of remember the whole. It's like you watch the movie, uh, but the imagery is so far away. It's like only remember one thing, and this time it was me like slamming doors. But I remember that it happened a couple of times, and it was very intense. It was like incredibly angry. It was almost in the dream I was focused on that moment where you just want to when you grab the door and you want to make the most amount of impact closing it. Um, Not per se thinking so. Not at that moment that I'm thinking, let me make a lot of noise. It's really an incredible feeling of anger and powerlessness, or like frustration. It's like the climax of frustration. It's like going into slamming that door. Um, and then I had to really think about, because usually when I think I don't remember the imagery. The more I think about it, the more useless it gets. But I always have this little feeling, this little anchor. And when I think about it, for instance, when I say like, okay, this little weird feeling I have, in what other situations do I recognize this from? Or, you can focus in on it. You say, that's anger, but there's more levels to that, like anger. It's almost in that little feeling, in that anger is also the why, like why you're angry, or you recognize that. So by recognizing that, you can usually paint the story, because it's always, when I think about it, it's always like, oh yeah, it's exactly that kind of feeling. It's never, oh, it's like this. No, it's like, oh yeah, that's exactly how I feel in this or this situation. And so I just wrote a little bit about this. I really actually caught it really quickly. Thank you, universe, for making the battery of my phone and laptop dead, so I was kind of forced to sit in it for a while and think about it. And also yesterday I made the intention of having getting a solution in my dreams. I texted that to somebody. We have proof. Before this, I just want to make the quick comment that a couple of days ago I was thinking about conflict resolution, and you can actually, if you think about how you would play Monopoly or a game, and let's say you're losing, let's say you're in a very bad situation in this game, how do you respond? What is your reaction? Like for me, I would remember when I was young, I kind of had this attitude of, the moment I see I can't win, I don't care anymore. I don't want to play. I just want out the game, or I just quit. Right? That was my kind of conflict resolution. And the cool thing is, because of gaming, online gaming, I did a long time. I actually learned to not do that anymore, because through gaming, when I would be in losing situations, playing with strangers, you're losing, seems hopeless. Suddenly you do learn that you can turn things around at the end. Anything can happen, even when you're losing the game, and at the last minute you can still do really cool stuff. Or even just having the thrill of fighting back, having this challenge, became fun for me, So that's sort of an example of how I learned to deal with conflict. But I still have a bit of this black and white thing, where either I just say I don't care, I don't even partake in that, or I bite my teeth into something and I hold on till the very end. So there is a bit of this dichotomy, but I'd rather have the extremes than be stuck in the middle, kind of. What I think I have to learn is, in more situations, just to detach. Like, let's say I'm playing a game, and then I can't, I'm losing, I can quit, or I can, fight double as hard. But I think I'm learning to detach more, because let me tell you, it's usually in the games where I keep, like, I'm losing, but I keep playing, but I don't really, it's like because I see I'm probably gonna lose, I don't care as much. So you start playing more chill. And you start having more fun because let's say you're in a game and you're gonna lose anyway, then it's like, let's find other goals to do, or let's see how annoying we can make it for the opponent to win. Or, you know, like if I for myself can make a new goal of like, I'm just gonna try not to die anymore or do this, you become so much more chill, relaxed. You're not focused on winning or losing anymore. And it's in that moment where you get these big moments where you turn the whole game around, right? So this is the that would be my advice for myself to like in situations where I feel like I'm losing or I am feeling hopeless a little bit. That the best chance for me to make something out of that is to become very chill and playful with the situation, you know, and then see what I can salvage more in a fun way. It's like, oh, okay, if this is going south, let's say you have a job and you know you're gonna lose it in a couple of months, you could cry about that, feel very bad, or you could say, I can make these 2 months as fun as I want to. How am I gonna enjoy this sense of, I don't have to try so hard anymore. I can actually focus on making these 2 months really fun and doing whatever I want, kind of, you know? It's not like you're gonna get in trouble anymore, or you can do anything wrong, and I think that's where the freedom lies. Also in these games, because when you're winning a game and you really have to, you know, keep that till the end. Let's say a soccer game or a football game, you have the winning score. You have to keep that winning score till the end. That's pressure. You can't drop the ball. You can't make any mistakes then. But when you're on the losing end, and when you're not, when you really, it's not when it's super like close together, but when you're on the losing team and you can go into this form of like, you know what, let's make the best of let's not care anymore, because you can relax a bit. That would be a good attitude to take, you know. You can be on the losing team and say like, oh no, I have to win this, we have to do it. Usually that doesn't get you the right results. Being chill does. So that was a small interjection there, because I think this is important about how dealing with conflict resolution. That's a bit what it's about. It's like, how do you handle conflict? How do you handle anger? And how do you think people respond to your anger, right? Those are a bit of the big questions that are maybe interesting. Now for me, I wrote down, or I thought thusly, why do I have these slamming doors? The dream also was more in my youth or with people from my family. Like I saw my sister, I don't know if she had anything to do with it, but it was that setting. And when I thought about it, suddenly it was very clear. It was, in the household, especially like my father and stuff, when there would be an argument, when I would get angry as a child, or when I would show my upset, the reaction I got then was like my dad is like, I don't care. Oh, you're angry? Oh, bye. And he would just lie on his couch, keep watching the soccer or something. And that was his punishment almost to my emotional reaction is, oh, you show this anger that is so ridiculous, that is so, that doesn't mean nothing. And the fact that I got angry would just already be the reason of him to disengage, right? Then I learned, and I never did this consciously, I never slammed doors to get the attention. But I did, there was this programming of, if I slammed the door hard enough, or if I kicked the door hard enough, or if I threw something upstairs, if I made enough of an aggressive ruckus, my dad would storm up the stairs, right? And he would be like, what the hell is this? Are you crazy? Are you completely out of your mind? Right? He would be very angry and I would be very scared. However, that like, even though I would be scared of him, because when he would walk up the stairs, my heart would be pounding. Oh, no, like, am I gonna get like smack on my head again or something? Or he could be very, very like in his emotions as well. Like he would, but that was the thing. At least at that moment, I saw my dad react, and I saw me being taken seriously, because I saw the shock in my parents or in my dad's face. It's like, whoa, what is this? This is crazy how angry he got. So at least I got a reaction, and my emotions get validated in a way. And then I got to thinking that this is still a little bit of a problem I have in relationships or in conflict. When I meet people and I get into conflict, I can't help it, but I still feel when I do sort of want to express my anger or my frustration with somebody, it feels useless, or it feels like it feels like I have such a high mountain to climb, that I assume people don't care, or that they aren't, and you know, this is the trap. Because of these childhood situations, I've run into a lot of relationships, or have been dealing with a lot of people who react the same. So I go into conflict, and like I say to you, hey, actually, I feel bad with something you did. These people would react like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. You're so wrong. I never meant to do that. I know, actually, you're wrong. You do this and this and this, and it's unbelievable that you think that I would do this. Or they would go like, oh my God, this is crazy. You are crazy. Like this is ridiculous. Like this is laughable. The fact that you think that you put it on me. So they're like already accusing you of projecting. They're disregarding your reality. They're saying you're wrong. They're saying I am. The fact that you think I am wrong is completely ridiculous. It's weird what they do. It's like, I don't do anything wrong. I mean well. This is the one thing that I hate. When people say, I meant well, so that means that it's good. And I hate good intentions. I can't even, good intentions help nobody. And actually it's damaging, because if you think, oh, I meant well, so it is good, and I never ever have to look at my actions then, or think if I am, take responsibility for something, which is wrong, because you can have good intentions and still do a lot of damage, right? So just having good intentions, I mean, that's fine, right? But I'm just saying that this is the right response. When I think when somebody says, hey, I feel bad because of behavior you did or something you said, I usually react, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry you feel this way. Wait, I have to be careful with my words, because the problem is I always try to say, oh, I'm sorry. And I try to understand it. But at the same time, I can also say, like, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to upset you, or I didn't know that this was upset you, or you know, but you do take responsibility, even though I didn't mean that. Somebody feels bad, you just say sorry. Okay? And what a lot of people do is like, oh, I'm sorry that what I said upset you. Or I'm sorry that my behavior, you know, like they put it on you. They say like, I'm sorry that you have this problem. That's what they say. I'm sorry you have this problem, because they didn't have the intentions, and they have this almost opposite effect of wanting to take responsibility or ownership of the situation, something. And that's maddening, because when somebody next to you says, it's crazy, because when somebody comes to you and said like, oh, this bad thing just happened, unrelated to you, and like I feel devastated, you also say, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that happened to you, and like you had to go through that. You didn't have anything to do with it. But you do empathize, right? You don't say like, I don't know. It's this very vague line of, and maybe I'm reading it also wrong, because my point being, I in these conflict situations, I think I react. I just feel this coldness, like it doesn't matter what I do, and then I also react with slamming doors. So in the end of the conflict, I say something really harsh, and then I exit it, or I block, or I get out, because in my head it's like I'm not being taken serious. They're not listening to me, and I need to. It's like I just want so badly to be heard in my emotions. So the only way I know how to do that is to kind of go slamming doors, to shock people, right? So that's a bit of a pattern that I was thinking of and thought I'd share. If you guys have dreams, please share them. I love dream analysis and thinking about it. Have a very nice day. Bye.